All right, so strap yourself in because today we're diving deep into AI lip syncing.
Yeah, that thing where, like, computers can make anyone appear to say anything on video.
It's kind of wild when you think about it. Like, is seeing still believing?
Right. It's easy to get caught up in all the anxieties around deep fakes. You know, those super realistic videos that are completely made up.
Yeah, the ones that make you question everything you see online.
Exactly. But what we're focusing on today is way more than just that. It's about the incredible opportunities this tech is opening up, even like in Hollywood.
You know, it's funny you mentioned that. Have you seen what they're doing with de-aging actors? It's like time travel or something.
Seriously. Metaphysic, the company behind some of those mind-blowing effects, really shows how AI is changing the game.
For sure, but it's not just for big budget movies, right?
Definitely not. Imagine you're a filmmaker on a tight budget, no more expensive reshoots because someone flubbed a line. AI lip syncing gives you that flexibility.
That's a game changer, especially for independent filmmakers or, well, anyone working with limited resources, really.
Right, and speaking of reaching a wider audience, think about making videos accessible globally. Dubbing that actually looks and sounds natural. No more weird lip flaps. That's huge.
It's amazing. Didn't Mr. Beast blow up on YouTube using dubbing? Imagine what's possible now with, like, seamless AI.
It's pretty mind-blowing. And it goes beyond just dubbing, too. This tech lets you re-record dialogue after filming so you can make those last-minute changes without dragging everyone back to set.
Okay, that makes a ton of sense, especially in such a fast-paced world.
Totally. And then there's the potential for artists taking a still image, maybe a painting or a photo, and bringing it to life with AI.
Wow.
Imagine that it could deliver dialogue with perfectly synced lip movements.
That's what we're going to be diving into with LipDub AI.
Right. Exactly.
From what I've seen, they're at the forefront of this whole thing, and this Twitter Space discussion gives us a peek behind the scenes.
It's incredible. They've got so much insight.
I was super interested in what Matt Pocus, one of the co-founders, had to say. Their origin story is fascinating.
Oh, yeah.
They actually started in Hollywood, making dubbed films more believable, but get this.
What's that?
Artists are now driving a lot of the innovation.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah, they're using it for all sorts of things, from animating artwork to those synthetic video series popping up online.
That's amazing.
And here's the thing. It's not as easy as just, like, slapping a moving mouth on an image.
There's more to it.
Oh, yeah. There's some serious tech wizardry happening behind the scenes.
I bet.
Matt talked about these sophisticated algorithms, tons of processing power, and the need for, human oversight. They even have you tag different actors in multi-character scenes.
To help the AI figure it out.
Yeah, so it knows who's speaking when. It's really impressive, the level of detail.
It sounds like they're really focused on quality.
Absolutely. And that's so important, especially if you're thinking of using this tech yourself.
Definitely. You want that professional look.
Exactly. And while real-time lip syncing still has a ways to go, imagine a future where there are no language barriers during video calls.
That would be incredible.
No more awkward pauses or miscommunications. Sign me up.
You know, one thing that struck me about LipDub AI is their commitment to accessibility. They seem genuinely invested in making this tech available to everyone, especially artists with limited budgets.
Oh, that's great. What are they doing?
Well, they're open to flexible pricing and even talking about potential creator programs. It's really refreshing to see.
That is refreshing. Okay, so we've set the stage, talked about the potential, and even gotten a glimpse into a company pushing the boundaries here. But how does it actually work in practice? What tools and techniques are out there for someone who wants to try this? I guess that's what we'll unpack next, right?
Oh, you are going to love this. This next part had, like, my inner tech geek doing a happy dance. We're talking about a workflow that starts with Midjourney. Then it goes to Runway ML, takes a quick detour to 11 Labs, and then ends with the magic of LipDub AI.
Now you're speaking my language. For those of you just getting into AI video, this is where it gets really, really cool. It's like having an entire production studio right there on your computer.
Seriously. It's amazing. Imagine you start with Midjourney, which lets you create any visual you can imagine with just a few words.
Right.
You describe, like, I don't know, some fantastical creature you've always pictured in your head, and boom, there it is, right on your screen.
It really is like having a genie in a bottle.
Totally. But here's where it gets even better. You can take that image, that masterpiece you just made, and bring it to life.
With Runway ML.
Exactly. So now your creature isn't just sitting there, it's moving around, it's gesturing, it's practically jumping off the screen.
This is awesome. I'm already hooked, but there's more, right?
Oh, there's always more. Yeah, they'll bring in 11 Labs. They're the masterminds behind those crazy realistic AI voices. You can pick from all these pre-made voices, or even make your own custom voice to give your creature its own unique sound.
So we've got these amazing visuals from Midjourney, animation from Runway ML, and then our voice from 11 Labs. What's the final step?
Drum roll, please. It's LipDub AI. That's where you upload everything, your animated video, your audio, and the AI does this magic trick and syncs those lip movements up with the words for a final product that looks and sounds incredibly professional.
It almost sounds too good to be true, but I'm guessing there are a few things to watch out for, right? Like with any creative process.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
It's not always going to be perfectly smooth sailing. You know, one of the speakers in the Twitter space, Justin, he shared a really helpful lesson he learned the hard way. It all comes down to video length when you're training those AI models.
I'm listening.
So Justin had been working on this project, right? And he trained his model using a bunch of these short video clips.
Okay.
He thought he was good to go. But when he tried to make a longer video, the AI started messing up.
Right.
Turns out, if you only train your model on short snippets, it can't always handle longer, more complicated sequences.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Especially for people who like to push the limits.
For sure. Speaking of pushing limits, one of the most powerful moments in the Twitter space was when Nancy, another participant, talked about using AI to bring her late father's singing voice back to life.
Oh, wow. That's heavy. Using technology to connect with loved ones who are gone is just, it's really something.
It really is. And it just goes to show that this tech isn't just about flashy visuals or, making stuff up. It's about stories, emotions, and those deep personal experiences.
It really is incredible. But with all this talk of pushing boundaries, there's this big question we haven't really touched on yet. The ethical stuff. Using other people's work in AI art, it's tricky, right?
It's a huge topic with strong opinions on both sides. And it was definitely a major part of the Twitter space conversation.
One of the speakers, Dustin Hollywood, he's really big on ethical AI art. And he brought up some important points about artists' rights, especially when their work is being used to train these models without their knowledge.
Yeah, that's a valid concern.
Totally. Artists put their heart and soul into their work, so the thought of it being used without permission to train AI, it raises questions about who owns what and if they should be compensated.
It's a whole other conversation.
It is. But then there's the other side, where people argue that AI art is its own form of creativity, that these models are just learning from what's out there, kind of like how artists get inspiration from the world around them.
Makes you think.
It does. And all these legal battles over AI training data, those are just getting started. Whatever happens will have a huge impact on how this whole thing plays out.
Totally uncharted territory. Kind of exciting, kind of scary at the same time.
It really is. But it's something we need to talk about. It's cool that places like AI Art Today are making space for these conversations to happen.
It's important.
But it goes beyond just the industry level, It's about you, the listener, and what you're comfortable with.
Right.
Where do you draw the line when using other people's stuff in your own AI art? How important is it to you that your creative process is, ethically sound?
Those are questions we all have to think about as we navigate this whole world of AI creativity.
So where do we go from here? We've geeked out about the tech, the tools, even dipped our toes into those ethical waters. What does it all actually mean for you listening?
That's the big question, isn't it? I guess in a nutshell, AI lip syncing is here, and it's not going anywhere. It's changing so fast, and it could totally change how we make videos.
It's like when everyone suddenly had a good camera on their phone, and boom, everyone's a filmmaker. But this is different. It's not just about recording the world. We're talking about creating completely new ones.
For sure. For creators, the sky's the limit. Bringing those crazy creative ideas to life, making content that everyone can understand no matter what language they speak.
And even bring back voices from the past, like with Nancy's project, which is amazing.
Absolutely. And for those of you who just love seeing where tech takes us next, get ready, because AI video is going to be huge.
No kidding. If AI can already create such realistic lip syncs, what else about how we make videos could change?
That's what I'm wondering. How will this change how we watch videos, how we interact with them?
Could this be the start of, a whole new wave of personalized, interactive content? Will we even be able to tell the difference between what's real and what's made by AI?
Who knows, right? But it's definitely exciting to think about.
For sure. The good news is you don't have to wait to find out. We've given you a taste of the tools and the tech. Now it's your turn to explore. Don't be afraid to experiment a little and see what you can make.
That's what it's all about. And the AI art world is super welcoming. There are tons of resources to help you get started.
Exactly. And if you're looking for a fun way to connect with other artists and learn from the best, check out Dustin and Blacklight's Twitter space.
They do a live session every Saturday, hanging out, making art, talking AI. It's a great way to learn some new tricks and get inspired.
We should drop in sometime. What do you think?
I'm down.
So, to wrap things up, it's pretty clear that AI lip syncing and AI video in general is not some far off thing anymore. It's here, it's evolving crazy fast, and it has the power to completely change how we create.
And whether you're an artist, a tech enthusiast, or just curious about the future, one thing's for sure, you don't want to miss this ride.